Okay, read this sixth question. Which animal tissue is characterized by cells resting on a basement membrane? Basement membrane, nigga. Remember? So you need to remember basement membrane. On the basement membranes, there are tightly packed cells. Tightly packed cells. Nucleus. Tightly packed cells. This is the basement membrane. Okay. This type of cells are in which tissue? Epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue. So, answer is epithelial tissue. Answer 4. Answer 4 is the answer. Let's discuss furthermore details. Answer 4, sixth question. So, you know, these epithelial tissues cover the internal and external body, you know. Yes. Where we can find these tissues. You know, blood capillaries. Wall of the blood capillaries. Wall of the urinary bladder. No. Wall of the urinary bladder. And also skin epidermis. We can find these tissue in that locations. And there is a special point. There are no blood spread to these blood connection to these cells. Only nerve connection. Only nerves spread into this cell. That's a special point. Okay. And seventh question. A characteristic feature of skeletal muscle fiber is being. Skeletal muscle fiber ගැන තමයි දැන් අපෙන් අහන්නේ. So you need to remember all the details of muscle fibers, muscle tissues. Muscle tissues, you know, there are three types of main three types of muscle tissues. There are main three type of muscle tissues. What are they? First one is the smooth muscle. Second one is the what? Which one? Cardiac. Yes. And also skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle tissue. Okay. Skeletal muscle tissue. Third one is the cardiac muscle tissue. Skeletal and cardiac muscle tissue. Cardiac muscle tissues. So there are three types of smooth muscle tissues, like this type of spindle shape, and there is a single nucleus in the center of the cell. Spindle shape and the single nucleus, and also the center of the it's located in center of the nucleus. Not branched, and also what others? No striations, no cross lines like that, no. So no striations, and they are how they control. They are involuntary control, no. Involuntary control, no. Yes, involuntary control. involuntary control. They can find in the blood vessels, wall of the digestive tract. Okay, they are involuntary control. They can find actually digestive in the digestive tract. They act, no, they work, and also the blood vessels, in the blood vessels. And skeletal, there are long cylindrical muscles. There are long cylindrical muscles, and they can they contain maybe multinucleate, and nucleus are locating not the center, they locating peripherally, and we can show the what we can show the striations. They have striations. Actually they are not unbranched, and they can be actually controlled, no, they can control, voluntary control. So voluntary control, contain more mitochondriums. Actually, where we can find these muscles: bicep muscles, tricep muscles, facial muscles, and where muscles in legs muscles, neck. So we can find these muscles in these locations. And cardiac muscles, they locate in heart. They are involuntary control. They have striations. They are branched. And they have inter disc, this type, what we call intercalated disc. Those are the intercalated disc presence among the cells, and they have striations. And what about, and those are uninucleated. Okay, those are uninucleated. Okay, question asked from a characteristic feature of skeletal muscle: uninucleated. Wrong, they are multinucleated. Uninucleated are in mainly smooth muscles, and also the cardiac muscles. And spindle shape, smooth muscles. Multinucleated and striated, it's okay. Not non-striated, smooth muscles. So answer multinucleated and striated. So the answer 3. Answer 3 for the 7. Next question. Intercalated disc are unique feature found in intercalated disc. We can find in, it's a unique feature of cardiac muscles. These are presencing among the cells of cardiac muscle cells. So the answer 8 to 3, cardiac muscles. Question number 8, answer 3. Question number 9. The basic structural and functional unit of the nervous system is the Basic structural and functional unit of the nerve system. It's easy question. You know, neuron is the basic structural and functional unit of the nerve system. In the neurons, there are main three parts we can identify. What are they? What are they? This is a typical structure. Okay, they can this is not a beautiful image. You can draw actually beautiful one, attractive one. I cannot draw beautifully. This is the nucleus, and this is the cell body. This is the nucleus, and also these are what? These are branched actually. Dendrites. They receive the signal, and those are the transfer the signals. Okay, those are transfer signals. They are called axon. There are main three parts: dendrites, cell body, and the axon. Receive the signal and the transfer the signal. This is the basic structural and functional unit of the nerve system, neuron. So, question number 9. Answer. Neuron. Answer 3. Okay. Question number 10. Read the question. Which of the following is considered a simple permanent plant tissue? Simple permanent. Earlier we discussed about plant tissues. What we discussed? We discussed actually permanent tissues, no? Yes. There are two types of permanent tissues: simple permanent and complex permanent. Simple permanent contain only one type of cells, and complex permanent, there are more than one type cells, no? They contain. So simple permanent tissues. Question asks simple permanent tissues. Let's check. First answer, xylem. No, it's complex permanent. Phloem, it's complex permanent. Collenchyma, okay, it's a simple permanent. And lateral meristem, it's a meristematic tissue. It's not the permanent tissue. So sclerenchyma, collenchyma, and parenchyma, those are the simple permanent tissues. So question number 10. Answer. Answer 3. It's easy question. Question number 11. The primary green pigment required to trap solar energy for photosynthesis. You know about photosynthesis. Photosynthesis happen in the mainly leaves, green leaves. Okay, and they consist chloroplast. In the chloroplast contain chlorophyll. Okay, lights from the sunlight come to the and hit on surface on the leaf. They penetrate and goes into these chlorophyll pigments. Connect with these chlorophyll pigments. What happen? And they absorb carbon dioxide and produce glucose. Okay, so question asks what? The primary green pigment is the chlorophyll. there are two type of chlorophyll pigments. You don't need to actually chlorophyll pigments. Okay. And okay, that's the answer. Chlorophyll pigments, mostly they absorb red and blue colors like that, no? I think yeah. So chlorophyll pigments. So answer 3. Answer 3. Question number 12. Question number 12 asks the correct balance chemical equation for photosynthesis. You need to remember this balance equation of photosynthesis. This is not a simple reaction actually. Photosynthesis is a reaction series, but we can write simple balance equation for that photosynthesis. So you know, you should carbon dioxide, water, and produce glucose C6H12O6, and oxygen, produce oxygen. Those are the raw materials, those are the main product, this is a byproduct. Okay. And need sunlight, energy get from sunlight, and there are chlorophylls. Okay. Okay. How we balance this equation? You can directly remember the numbers, stoichiometric numbers, and also you can balance. Actually, it's very easy. You take single glucose molecule, so C6H12O6, and there are 6 carbons. So in here 6 carbon. Okay, now carbon is balanced. 12 hydrogen come from water, so 2 hydrogen, so 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. Now it's balanced. Now oxygen, there are left side 12 oxygens and also the 6 oxygens. So in here only 6 oxygens, so need 12 oxygen more, so I place 6 in here. So this is the balance equation. You can directly remember the 6 and 1 and 6. It's very easy also. That's not problem. That's very easy question. Question number 12. This is the balance equation. Question number 13. During the photosynthesis, solar energy is converted and stored as. Solar energy is converted and stored as heat energy, kinetic energy, chemical energy, and light energy. Energy get from sunlight. No, energy get from the sunlight. Energy get from the sunlight, and it convert to the. After that, we produce glucose, and the energy is now contained in glucose molecules. That means bonds of the atoms in glucose molecules, C6H12O6. So between carbon, hydrogen, there are several bonds, no? So energy stored in these bonds. So sunlight energy convert into chemical energy. What's the answer? Answer 3. Question number 14. Read the question. The main product of photosynthesis is glucose. Okay, no doubt. But it's temporarily stored in leaves. Yes, it's temporarily stored as starch. Yes, as a starch. It's temporarily stored as starch in the leaves. until they transfer from the leaves. So question number 14 answer is the starch. Starch. Answer 3. Question number 15. Which gas is released into the atmosphere as a byproduct of photosynthesis? Yes. What's the byproduct? Now we discussed the balance equation also. Oxygen. Yes. Oxygen. Oxygen. Answer. Question number 15. Answer 2. Answer 2. Question number 16. Those are easy questions. A factor that does not directly limit the rate of photosynthesis is. What are the factors that affect to the photosynthesis? There are several factors. Carbon dioxide is the raw material. So the water is a factor also. It's a raw material. And also the sunlight. We need sunlight. It's the energy get from this energy. So sunlight is the factor that affect to the this reaction. And also the chlorophyll. We need chlorophylls. Okay, we need actually chlorophylls. So those are the main factors in this question. Let's look. Light intensity or intensity. Do not worry about intensity like that words. Actually we need lights, no? So we need lights. This is a over gila question again. Light is okay. Carbon dioxide okay. And the soil type that's not limit the limiting, not the limiting factor, no. The question asked actually limiting factor. It's actually what which factor limit the photosynthesis reaction. Okay, so if we reduce carbon dioxide, actually affect on photosynthesis, no, like that. So soil type directly not involved, no? Soil type actually soil is need to terrestrial plants absorb water from the soil, no. In the plant is water, they absorb directly water from the actually environment, no. So soil type that does not affect directly, no. So soil type is incorrect, like. So then temperature. How temperature? Oh, temperature. This is affect like this. Actually, photosynthesis, I already tell you, photosynthesis is not the this is not just simple reaction. This is a reaction series. There are several reactions, and also the Kelvin cycle. You learn, you can learn in this in A levels. So the Kelvin cycle. So Kelvin cycle, there are several enzymes. Enzymes help to these reactions. So reactivity of the enzymes depend on temperature. So temperature is a factor. So temperature is a other factor, that's a not main factor. Temperature can be affect. So answer is answer 3. Answer 3, soil type. This question is like actually out of syllabus like that, no. Temperature, soil type like that, no. So temperature due to the soil temperature. Okay, question number 17. Read the question. In the starch test, the leaf is boiled in alcohol, ethanol, primarily to. Okay, remember the starch test. In the starch test, there are several steps. First, we want to get the leaf and put into the boiling tubes and water and heat. This is the first main step, no. So why why do we heat? Because we need to break the cells actually, no? We need to soften the cell. Then after that we want to remove the pigments. After that we want to remove the chlorophyll pigments, otherwise we can't test. So we need to remove the chlorophyll pigments. Then take alcohols in boiling tubes, put the leaf in here and use the water bath to heat, because alcohol is highly inflammable, and heat. Okay, this is for to remove the chlorophylls. Okay, to remove the pigments, to remove the chlorophylls. After that we can get the leaf and wash the leaf to remove the in the surface එකේ තියෙන chlorophylls and also the alcohols. So wash. After that test. Take the white tile and place the leaf. Now this color of the leaf is, it's pale color, because we removed chlorophylls, green pigments. So now it's pale colors, and put few drops of iodine. Color will be changed. Blue, it's convert to blue or purple color, no? Pale color to blue or purple color. Okay, this is the starch test. Okay, good. Question number 17, no? Okay. Question number 17 asks, in the starch test, the leaf is boiled in alcohols primarily to soften the leaf. No, soften the leaf is the in here. We directly boil the leaf in water. Kill the cells. No. Decolorize the leaf. It's correct, no? Decolorize. Decolorize mean remove the pigments. It's okay. And increase the permeability. No, already increase the permeability. So main function is the decolorize the leaf. So 70 to answer 3. Answer 3. 18th question. 18th question. Read the question. Which reagent is used to identify the presence of starch in a leaf? Which reagent? Okay. Which one? We discussed. In the Benedict solution? No. Iodine solution? Okay. We discussed. Copper sulfate? No. In the lime water? No. In the starch test we used iodine. Iodine is the reagent. Okay. So answer 2. Question number 18. Answer 2. Question number 18. Answer 2.